Hello everyone, welcome back. Jolene here from Bookworm Adventure Girl. To those who are new, thanks for checking out my channel. If you are interested in diverse reading and Canadian literature, then please hit subscribe and stick around. I have shared my countdown of the top 20 books of 2020 list, but now I am sharing the best books of 2020 according to 10 genres. Today we are going to continue with the top 3 short story collections I read in 2020. Short story collections are great if you want to get to know how an author writes without having to invest as much time, especially if you have an anthology. I have come to really appreciate a good short story, and I am so excited because 2 of these authors were new to me in 2020. And the third was a kick in the butt to read the books by that author that are sitting on my shelf. My top 3 short story collections of 2020 are all brilliant. Here they are in no particular order. First up is 2020's Giller Prize winner, How to Pronounce Knife by Souvankham Thammavongs. These 14 stories are about Laotian refugees and experiences they have while living in another country, learning the language and the culture. The writing style is very straightforward, and each story offers something different. Some of them are delightful and funny, and others are sad and tug at the heartstrings. There are themes of struggle, misunderstandings, loneliness, poverty, and hard work that tie this collection together. Earlier on in the year, I said this was a fantastic debut, and I think Souvankham Thammavongs is a writer to watch out for. Then I predicted this collection to be shortlisted and the winner of the Giller. So to say that I was a little excited when Thammavongs won would be an understatement. I can't wait to see what else she writes. Next is a beautiful collection of short stories called All the Acorns on the Forest Floor by Kim Hooper. And these stories just stole a piece of my heart. First of all, the cover is gorgeous, and the title has so much depth to it, and it will stay with me for a long time. The stories are connected by themes and characters, the themes of marriage, parenthood, and infertility, the joy and struggles of couples, parents and children, and especially couples struggling to have children. The writing is beautiful and poignant. The stories are emotional, and each one has strength on its own. As I read each individual story, I anticipated how the characters would be linked and was very pleasantly surprised that Hooper didn't take the most obvious character. The characters themselves are flawed, and Hooper shows us their humanity and their vulnerability. This was a powerful read, and it is one of my favorite collections of interconnected stories of all time. The final short story collection I want to talk about is Cardiff by the Sea, 4 novellas of suspense by Joyce Oates. In these 4 novellas, we are introduced to a cast of very interesting characters and told 4 distinct stories. What they all have in common is the sense that something isn't quite right. Sometimes the suspension lingers at the end of the story. There are some unexpected twists, some unreliable narrators, which I love, and maybe a ghost or 2. The writing is perfection. The characters are all well developed. There is a real sense of place, and the tension that exists among the characters is palpable, but not explicit. There are themes of identity, happiness, sexual harassment, relationships, and keeping secrets that make this an enjoyable read. So these are the top 3 short story collections that have stayed with me ever since I read them. I still keep thinking about them. I could have probably done a top 5 or 6 because I read a few short story collections last year, but these 3, in my opinion, are set above all the rest. And I now want to read more by Thammavongs and by Hooper, and I have tons of Joyce Carol Oates books sitting on my shelves just waiting to be read, so hopefully I will get to more of her writing this year. Please let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these short story collections. Do you have some short story collections that are your favorites or that made the top of your list in 2020? Or maybe there's a collection you think that I should read. Please share your thoughts. I look forward to chatting with you in the comments. I hope you have a fantastic day, and don't forget to make every day an adventure.